Hello there, guys. Teacher Krishna here, and welcome to our next class for the third unit. This is a class that is part of Big High School and 10th High School. Just like you know, our subject is Physics 1, and we are working on week number 25 today. Let me tell you that I have great expectations from you today because we're going to do some great activities. So let's go over our pretty quick presentation for today. So remember to have your notebook with you in order to make today's experiments. Yes, today you are going to be conducting experiments and you are going to be all scientists already. And it's necessary to have that perspective that everyone can actually be a scientist. So as long as you follow the scientific method and you can prove your hypothesis, then you are totally a scientist. Or even if you cannot prove your hypothesis, if you have followed all of the steps correctly, that will certify you as one of them. So, and just to refresh your mind a little bit about the parts that the scientific method must contain. And let's go over this ones. So remember that you need to have an observation of the phenomenon. You need a hypothesis or a theory that you are wishing to prove. You need, of course, to conduct an experiment. You need to analyze the results that you got from your experiment. And lastly, you need to draw conclusions. All right, so of course, you need to include all of these 5 parts in the 2 experiments that you need to conduct today. And well, something important to notice as well is that today you need to pick 2 of the Newton's laws. And of course, conduct your experiments trying to prove each one of them. The end in mind that we have for today is this one. The students will be able to represent 2 of the 3 Newton's laws with real-life models they have to come up with. So I'm not going to give you any tutorials or any other like extra explanation because we have already studied the principles. We have already had many different examples. So right now it's your turn to start thinking about what experiment can you conduct. And please don't go over YouTube and don't go over other places to look for experiments to prove these laws, but actually come up with them by yourselves, all right? And this is the summary of activities that you need to complete today. So first, you need to select 2 of the Newton's laws. So you can choose the ones that you like better. It can be the first and the third one, the second and the third one, or the ones you like the most. It's up to you. Then conduct 1 experiment per law that can be proved, that can prove each one of them. So don't forget about taking pictures. So let's suppose that I already picked the first Newton's law as well as the third one. So I need to conduct 1 experiment for the Newton's first law. And I need to conduct 1 experiment for the Newton's third law. And in each one of them, I need to structurize them in my notebook. Of course, adding observation, hypothesis, experimentation, analysis of data, and the conclusions themselves. And it's very important that you show evidence by taking pictures and attaching them to your notebook. All right, and then number 3, write down a scientific report per experiment, which are basically the steps of the scientific method. And number 4, share your models and analysis during the Zoom session. So just like every week, we are going to have a Zoom session. And right there, you have to share at least 1 of your experiments, but you need to show all of the scientific report. So, of course, the best is that you can actually finish both reports in this first hour. So make sure you work as fast as possible. But if you can't finish, you can have a little more time later on, right? Of course. You have to turn in this homework the latest at 3 o'clock p.m. today. Okay, so make sure to take that into consideration. And number 5, upload your reports to Google Drive. I will share with you a link to Google Drive. It's going to be a folder where you have to upload your information in your report. All right, so make sure to be during the Zoom session because I'm going to share the link to the Drive folder right there. So you can have it and upload all of the work that you have done already. So that's pretty much about today's explanation, guys. I wish you the best of luck. And of course, I'm very excited about today's activities. So I will see you during the Zoom session with great expectations from you. And make sure to do your best. Always take care, guys. Goodbye.